We have been lucky enough to test some amazing bikes over the years here at MRW, none more so than the latest machine we got to swing our leg over. A 2017 Kawasaki Ninja H2, but with a difference. Blake Industries and ETR Performance, masters of tuning, got their hands on this already unique and powerful supercharged machine to make it even more powerful. From the factory, the Kawasaki H2 produces an already impressive 200 horsepower and 133 Nm of torque. But for Blake Industries and ETR Performance, this wasn't nearly enough, as they fettled and tinkled with the H2, and what they achieved is nothing short of mind-blowing. Even more impressive is the fact that the bike still runs on 95 octane pump fuel, so no special race fuel to aid in additional performance here. The H2 is fitted with a full Arata racing exhaust system, turbo smart blow-off valve, Stream Creations from Australia intercooler kit, stage 2 supercharged gears, Bosch 1000cc secondary injectors, and a Blake Industries custom ECU flash. All of this means that this H2 now makes more power than a stock H2R with a mind-blowing 305.9 horsepower and 169.1 Nm of torque. For reference, a stock Kawasaki H2R on the same dyno produced 284.5 horsepower and 161 Nm of torque. If this wasn't enough though, Blake Industries and ETR Performance have taken it a step further by customizing the aesthetic side of things, by customizing the wheels, adding winglets, adding radiator guards, adding carbon fiber bits, adding a Brembo front master cylinder, and winglet mirrors. This H2 truly is beautiful and demands attention wherever you go on it. This is the same bike that Sheridan Moraes has been riding and having fun on over the last couple of months. When he first started riding, it was only around 240 horsepower. It now has 305.9, and he recently took it out to the Monday Club at Kyalami to put it to the test. Unfortunately, he was still recovering from an injury, but still managed to put in some impressive laps, still on standard suspension and gearing. The gearing was quite short. Despite being standard, the H2 was topping out on the clock at 299 kph before the flat-out right-hand sweep down Kyalami's main straight. Since then, Blake Industries and ETR Performance have gone down 2 teeth on the rear sprocket for more top speed and to prevent the H2 from limiting down Kyalami's main straight. They took the bike down to Kyalami for yet another Monday Club, and this time I would get to sample the most powerful bike I have ever and more than likely will ever get to ride. To say I was nervous was an understatement, but my excitement and interest got the better of me, and I was soon out for my first session on a well-worn set of Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa SC2 race tyres. The power was simply brutal. There are no other words to describe it, and definitely too much power for a racetrack and my skill level. As the session went on, it would seem that the outrageous power wasn't just too much for me, but the standard clutch as well, as it started slipping halfway through the session at high RPMs from 4th to 6th gear. Now it has taken a huge amount of abuse at numerous track days with Sheridan, so who can really blame it? Chatting with Martin Blake, there are plans to fit a heavy-duty clutch to this beast to better cope with the amount of power and abuse it takes. The H2 was actually easier to ride around a track than I was anticipating. Handling wasn't bad at all, albeit quite soft. The traction control and wheelie control seemed to have given up trying to keep the power in check, much like a babysitter losing control of a group of unruly youngsters. The H2 was spinning the rear wheel in and out of corners and even down the straights. This put even more strain on the ailing clutch and Pirelli SE2 rear tyre, which was now misshaped and had little grip left to offer. Despite the clutch issues, the H2 was still reaching over 290 km an hour on the clock down the front straight, even though I was having to short shift 4th, 5th to 6th and roll around the right hand sweep with a lot of vibration coming through the handlebars from the clutch and high RPMs thanks to it slipping. Trying to keep the H2's front wheel down was much like stopping the ANC from looting. Impossible, and eventually I just had to let it do its own thing and hold on for dear life. I was leaving thick black lines on just about every corner exit as I tried to get the 306 horsepower down to the ground. A battle I happily lost with a huge smile on my face, as this was the most fun I had ever had while riding around a track. The standard Brembo brakes worked like a treat, with some fade late on in the session due to well-worn pads. The Brembo front master cylinder also aided in sharper braking, giving more feedback, braking from around 290 km an hour to 60 for turn 1. All of this is more impressive when you take into account the 238 kilo wet weight of the H2. This is obviously a lot heavier than a standard 1000cc superbikes, which are a lot easier to ride and slow down for the corners. The quick shifter worked well and is silky smooth and precise, although it does lack the addition of an auto blip. Another addition in the pipeline for Blake Industries and ETR Performance to further enhance the performance of this H2. All in all, and it was a great experience to sample that amount of power, and I look forward to doing it again soon with fresher rubber and a heavier duty clutch fitted. We will also be getting Sheridan Moraes back on the H2 to see exactly what speed he can reach down Kyalami's front straight on the monstrous Kawasaki H2 by Blake Industries and ETR Performance.